Focus our mind on making full prostrations. Making full prostrations in the breakthrough. Everyone may know that making full prostrations can increase our wisdom and compassion. It is a fact that our heart is the same as the Buddha's nature, and has the best and the most perfect wisdom and compassion. However, it is beclouded by greed, anger, ignorance, and karmic hindrances. Over a long time, we have lost our wisdom and compassion because of the heavy greed, anger, ignorance, and karmic hindrances. Indulging ourselves in the greed, anger, and ignorance, we are creating endless afflictions indeed. The most direct method to eliminate karmic hindrances is through making full prostrations. Cultivation is a method meant to make us peaceful and calm, both physically and mentally. So, we should enjoy the practice without caring about the speed. We should enjoy making the practice filled with joy and happiness. Only in this way can we come to like making our practice and stick to it in an authentic, perseverant, and ever-continuous way. Then, the more we do it, the more we will love it, because it feels full of joy and happiness. We may not like making practice and even could not stick to it if we regard it as a kind of burden and pain. Therefore, we must stick to making our practice and keep doing it happily. I want to share the advantages of making full prostrations I learned before that. I'd like to introduce a bit of the theories. The spine of human beings contains 24 parts, which include 7 parts of cervical vertebra, 12 parts of thoracic vertebra, and 5 parts of lumbar. All of the channels come from the spinal cord. On each side of the conception vessel and the governor vessel, there are dozens of key acupuncture points located within a half decimeter on each side. From the point of view of traditional Chinese medicine, making full prostrations can help to improve our health by dredging the conception vessel, governor vessel, and other channels. From the perspective of yoga, there is an abstract body living in the physical body of human beings. This abstract body consists of 7 chakras and 3 channels which include central channel, left channel, and right channel. Central channel is the most important among the 3, and it is located right in the middle of the body, from Muladhara chakra in the perineal part to Sahasrara chakra in the head. Left channel is also called moon channel. It roots from the left side of the Muladhara chakra. Left channel is supposed to be passive and introvert. When left channel is dominant, the left nasal meatus will draw more air and the spiritual energy will dominate, which will make people more intelligent and receptive of new things. Right channel is also called the solar channel. It roots from the right side of the Muladhara chakra. When right channel is dominant, the right nasal meatus will draw more air and the physical energy will dominate, which will make people produce more heat and digest food more easily. From bottom to top, 7 chakras include Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, Anuda chakra, Visuddhi chakra, Ajna chakra, and Sahasrara chakra. In Indian medicine, physiopsychic problems and subhealthy states will arise when some chakras are blocked. Modern medicine finds that these chakras are correspondent to the main nerve plexus on the spine, and they are the parts which control our bodies. Ancient yogis gave specific descriptions of the pental numbers of every chakra, which are also correspondent to the accessory nerve plexus of the main nerve plexus. Muladhara chakra, represented by 4 lotus petals, is corresponding to pelvic plexus, and it takes care of the excretory system and the generative organ in the legs. Swadhisthana chakra, represented by 6 lotus petals, is corresponding to aortic plexus, and it is in charge of spleen, pancreas, and the lower part of the liver and abdomen. Manipura chakra, represented by 10 lotus petals, is corresponding to solar plexus, part of liver, spleen, pancreas, kidney, and stomach, and the middle part of the uterus and abdomen. Ananda chakra, represented by 12 lotus petals, is corresponding to cardiac plexus, and Ananda chakra looks after the heart, breathing system, and the chest. 16 lotus petals are used to stand for Visuddhi chakra. Visuddhi chakra is corresponding to cervical plexus, the preocular and other parts of the body, thyroid gland, parathyroids, neck, ears, noses, throat, face, teeth, tongue, mouth, the upper jaw and the lower jaw, and the preocular. Ajnaneya chakra, represented by 2 lotus petals, is also called the third eye. It is corresponding to pineal gland, hypothalamus, retina, optic plexus, and optic lobe. Sahasrara chakra is represented by 1,000 lotus petals and is corresponding to pituitary gland. It is where all the energy centers and the 3 channels unite. Human diseases are caused by the weakening of the chakras, or the unbalanced function of the more than one chakra. Full prostrations can strengthen the chakras and balance the incretion of the endocrines by contracting and stretching, which will help people keep fit. The cobra pose and the Bidhalasana in yoga poses play an important role in the recovery of the spine. These 2 poses are embraced in the full prostrations. There are so many advantages in making full prostrations. I used to practice yoga for 2 hours every day to recover my spine, but now I make full prostrations. I just need to practice the spine twisting pose only for a few times in addition to full prostrations. At this moment, my eyes moisten again. I am deeply grateful for the help of the Buddha. It is regrettable that I used to just pursue the quantity and the speed in the past. From now on, I will keep practicing full prostrations and will not let it go. Raising the folded palms up over the head is to eliminate the karmic hindrances since beginningless time. Raising them to the mouth is to eliminate all of the speech karma. Raising them to the heart is to eliminate the thinking karma, which is the heaviest and hardest to eliminate. The separating hands means developing our bodies in both physical and spiritual forms to perfect the Buddhist cause of serving sentient beings. The knees touching the ground means the will to get rid of cyclic existence and evil destiny. Putting the 10 fingers on the ground is to achieve 10 realms and 5 paths gradually. The forehead touching the ground stands for the wish to get to the Samadhi light. We bend and stretch the four limbs to get the four achievements, and we unlock the knotted afflictions by contracting and stretching the muscles in the vessels. The contracting and stretching of the spine can lead the gas and the light to the central channel directly. By standing up, we will get out of cyclic existence. We make full prostrations not only for cultivating ourselves, but also for saving the masses of mankind. The merit of making full prostrations lies in the health and happiness of this life, the rebirth in the pure land of ultimate bliss, and the complete Buddhahood ultimately. Let me explain first that there is no single standard for the body movements in making full prostrations because of the inherited differences. I observed how Tudong Lama and Logong Rinpoche did it, and read the magnum opus guidance to Dogen preliminary practice on the internet. I found that the joint palms can be put in 3 ways: forehead, throat, heart, or head, forehead, lips, heart. The meanings are also different. Sometimes holding the palms to the forehead means to eliminate the evil karma of the body, and sometimes it takes the palms to the top of the head for this meaning. These differences don't matter, and we can make a choice according to our habits and inherited preferences. I think the key is to master the core. I am used to adhering to the order that is from the head to the throat, then to the heart. Breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, and feel the peace of our heartbeat and our body between our breaths. Breathe slowly and try to find the natural flow of breathing. Stay away from any fickleness or distracting thoughts, and just feel what we feel in our body. Focus ourselves on the present and on each of our body movements. Stand with the feet together and clasp your hands to the chest. Anada Chakra. My reflections: don't clench the teeth too much, which might cause tension. Clasp the hands. Leave half a fist space in the armpits so as to keep the arms and the shoulders relaxed. Try to spread all the tones apart as much as possible, and we will feel that the heart is being opened. Put the weight between the heels and forefeet. The lower legs and the upper body feel linked with the heels. The soles are supposed to increase the area touching the ground. As a natural result, our weight is on the heels. The body's center of gravity is stabilized in this way so that the body posture is held up straight without any additional efforts. Meanwhile, the toes will be relaxed. The muscles in the feet needn't use the energy to keep balance, and the muscles in the waist needn't contract. In this way, no energy will be wasted, and there will be no unnecessary pains or fatigue. We'd better wear loose socks or 5-tone socks. I have experimented many times and found that it is much more tiring to wear skin-tight socks because they cannot make us relaxed. And I don't wear socks when making full prostrations at home in summer. Raise your clasped hands overhead. Anada Chakra. Then to the throat. Visuddhi Chakra. and lastly to the heart. Sahasrara Chakra. My reflections. Clasp the hands like a lotus in bud. Don't close the palms too tight, and don't just make the fingertips touch each other around the empty palms. Stretch up the arms as much as we can to strengthen the blood circulation when we raise the arms. The arms can get more energy this way, and it's good for the lymphatic tissue in the oxter. In addition, raising arms can get through and open many meridians and bring the good effect. We will feel relaxed after putting them down. I recall that the Dr. Wu Guozhong once explained the meaning of the gesture of submission. Submission means that we put down everything. By making the body movements with the arms, it is meant to work on our tongue heart. Many people don't raise their arms high enough, then they cannot put down completely, which makes them difficult to achieve the good effect. Why should we stand straight and clasp hands in making full prostrations? It is because clasping hands is to eliminate our karmic hindrances and haughtiness and to express our worship for the three jewels, superior teachers, and the Buddhas. What does clasping hands mean? It stands for the lotus, and respectfully clasping hands means worshipping the three jewels with lotuses. Lower your body forward with the supporting of the hands and get down to the ground, or extend your arms to the ground in front of you and make the whole body touch the ground, and then you need to raise the clasped hands over the head and then stretch them forward. My reflections. Spread your toes slightly and stretch your hands forward on the ground. In this way, the fingers, wrists, ankles, and soles can be massaged mildly, and it makes the joints more flexible, helps to supply blood, and strengthens the blood circulation in all arteries and capillary vessels. Especially those practitioners with arthritis can get great benefits from this movement. And those practitioners with cold limbs and weak circulation of the peripheral nerve system can get healthier after keep practicing full prostrations for some time. It can help you relax when you keep insteps downwards when the whole body touches the ground. Some practitioners want to know which one is better, throwing ourselves to the ground directly or doing it after kowtow. My experience shows that we can use these two methods alternately when making full prostrations continuously for many times. We can use the former one when the knees ache, and the latter one when the waist has no strength or when we are tired. As for speed, the former one is faster. Stretch our arms in front of us on the ground as much as we can, and relax our arms and the shoulders. Even 1 second is precious for relaxation. When making full prostrations intensively and continuously, we can adjust the breathing to help relax ourselves. This movement can make the shoulders less stiff, and secondly, the abdomen can also benefit. The blood circulation in the abdomen will be improved. It stimulates internal organs positively to become healthier, including the stomach and the small and large intestines. Then, constipation, flatulence, gastritis will be healed, and the digestion can be improved. The pneuma and energy will work in balance when the energy center is activated. Manipula chakra has profound effect, and the pelvic cavity is particularly vital for women. In this pose, the bump between the abdomen and the mat can strengthen the blood circulation in the pelvic cavity. With much blood nourishing the pelvic cavity through making full prostrations, the practitioner's gynecopathy, including dysmenorrhea, will recover without once noticing it. Support upper body with hands and stand up. Then raise the clasped hands to the Anahata chakra and start the second movement of prostrations. My reflections: in this pose, we'd better keep our knees together. Some practitioners don't do it in this way. Therefore, their strength will be dispersed, making it hard for them to stand up, and they will tend to feel tired instead. Raise our waist, thighs, and knees at the same time when we are on our hands. At this moment, our energy will be gathered at one point, and we can get up easily. We should leverage our waist when standing up. In addition to the benefits for the pelvic cavity, our abdominal muscle will be tightened. The practitioners who want to lose weight will feel happy for this reason. Furthermore, the kidney can also get countless benefits from this when the waist is strengthened. When we are on all fours, it means our forehead, hands, and knees touch the ground. Making full prostrations in this way, it can help us get rid of our afflictions from the 5 poisons and receive the Buddha's blessings for our body, speech, mind, marriage, and career. Before making another round of full prostrations, we should stand up with the back straight before starting the next movements. Disrespect in making full prostrations will lead to bad retribution. For example, clasping hands in the wrong way, just bending the body without the knees and the forehead touching the ground, and standing with the waist bent. It is said in the sutra that the person making full prostrations with a wrongly bent body will be reborn as a pygmy or a hunchback person. It is fine if we don't make full prostrations for too many times, but whenever we do it, we should practice it in accordance with the standard movements in a compliant and peaceful state. It is meaningless to save labor by making full prostrations standing on a stiff hill or supported by something unnecessarily. Some practitioners will feel dizzy after making many prostrations because their heads cannot get enough blood. Here I have an advice. Stand with the toes spread out after reading the Buddhist verses or making full prostrations for once. So the weight will land between the heels and the forefeet. Raise the knees and the leg muscles will be tightened. As a result, the blood will flow to the head quickly. In serious cases, the dizziness can be better recovered if the practitioners sit up with their legs crossed. The Buddha's blessings will be quite strong if we sit in peace for a while after making full prostrations every time. Adjust the breath and then recite Amida Buddha's name. By doing so, we will receive the Buddha's blessings, and our whole body will be relaxed gradually to experience the refreshment and the freedom. The purpose is to protect the body and the spiritual energy after each practice. Similarly, sitting in peace after full prostrations can relax the body and protect the energy. We will feel tired and the physical energy will be dispersed if we start to work or walk as soon as we finish making prostrations. We will feel relaxed and energetic if we sit quietly for 3 to 5 minutes. I feel it's great when I recite Amitabha Buddha's name immediately after making full prostrations. Breathing in making full prostrations. The air we breathe in stays in our bodies, which makes life. We can live without water or food, but we cannot without air. There are 2 points on breathing. That is, how can we breathe in more oxygen, and how can we control our breathing and mind? When we grow older and our afflictions grow heavier, we will forget the way of abdominal breathing that we did in our babyhood. Most of us use thoracic breathing. This kind of breathing is very shallow, especially when we are in anger. In that case, our breathing will quicken up. We are boiling with rage and seem to explode. But if we can take a deep breath, we can calm down slowly. If we reuse the abdominal breathing like we did in our babyhood and keep practicing it for a while every day, we will get used to it gradually. How can we get more benefits with the abdominal breathing in making full prostrations? I finish each of the full prostrations with breathing for 3 times. The first breathing. I raise the arms over the head and clasp the hands, and I breathe in the air at the same time. This method has 2 benefits. First, the thorax will be open when the arms are raised, so that the lungs will be easier to get full with oxygen. Second, breathe out the air and relax the arms when the arms fall from Anuda chakra to Visuddhi chakra and then to Sahasrara chakra. The second breathing. I breathe in the air when kowtowing and falling forward and breathe out the air when supporting my body with hands. And I breathe out the air completely as the body gets down. This method has 2 benefits. First, when we breathe out all of the carbon dioxide, can we breathe in more oxygen? Second, while the body gets down and we breathe out the air, we throw our body onto the mat. It is very important in the whole process of the full prostrations. We should learn to relax ourselves even when we are making full prostrations. Although such relaxation might be very short, it is highly beneficial. The third breathing. When I support my body with my hands to get up, I breathe in the air completely and raise my body. Standing up and breathing are good for each other. There are 2 benefits. First, it is more healthful to breathe when standing up because the dust and the smell of the mat will not be breathed in. Second, more oxygen will be breathed in when we try hard to stand up. When we stand up with the supporting of the hands and breathe in the air, the strength will be passed to the legs, forefeet, and heels. Then it will be easier to stand up with the heels. We can think it over to find the best tips and most suitable way for ourselves. Then clasp the hands to Ananda chakra. Everyone has his or her own situations and habits. We can adjust our breathing according to our situations. However, we should pay attention to some points. Make sure to breathe in the air when the arms are raised, and breathe out when the body falls down to the ground. Only in this way will we be more relaxed and healthier. Secondly, breathe out the air when we stand up, and it can make us stronger and more relaxed when we stand up. It will help us a lot if we pay attention to our breathing, especially when we feel tired and have many afflictions during the first prostrations. By and by, we will get used to it and breathe freely afterwards.